What's going on there, guys? Austin here from GrabFit, and we got another informative video for you today. And this is on something that I think is going to benefit you greatly. So a lot of people asked this on my newsletter. They were talking about what's the target number of reps they want to hit for a particular muscle group. So today I wanted to talk to you about the best number of reps per particular muscle group. So we're gonna keep it very simple today. I wanna get right to the point. And we're gonna talk about the two different types. Now there's what's called fast twitch and slow twitch muscle fibers. I talked about this in the last video. So your fast twitch muscle fibers are your muscle fibers that really are control of explosive movement, powerful movement. Anything under about 8 reps, we'll say 6 reps of power, strength training, that's going to be your fast twitch fibers. Now, there's two different types of fast twitch fibers. You have your type 2A and type 2B. And again, like I said, they're responsible for power and strength. Now, you have what's called your slow twitch muscle fibers, your type 1 muscle fibers, and those are more based off endurance. Now, with bodybuilding style workouts, you're going to get more of this element. You're going to train more of your slow twitch. You're still getting a little bit of the fast twitch, but you're training more slow twitch. Also with more, you'll see with like endurance athletes, like more of like marathon runners, they have more of the slow twitch muscle fibers. But in all, what's the best? It's really to have a 50-50 split of both, to have a mixture of both fast twitch and slow twitch. You want to have, powerful and strong muscles, and you want to have that, you want to train towards strength, but you also want to train with, more towards endurance, a little bit more of building the symmetry, and building proportions. So it's good having a good, mixture of the two. Now, the biggest question everyone wanted to know today, or the biggest answer everyone wanted to know today, was each muscle group. What is their particular, muscle, or what it's going to be the best reps with each muscle group? Because at the end of the day, I broke it up. And what it comes down to is that most pushing muscles, most of your push, your anterior chain is going to be fast twitch. So like your chest, your triceps, now the biceps aren't push or the hamstrings are pull, but the chest and triceps are about 60 to 67% of fast twitch, fibers, more so. So they're dominant in that area. Your biceps and hamstrings, 55 for biceps, 87 for hamstrings, so 87 for hamstrings. Very dominant in the fast twitch. So if you see like sprinters, their hamstrings, they're really big. That is because they're fast twitch dominant. So sprinters, as you look, like I said earlier, sprinters are gonna be more on the fast twitch side. You look at a sprinter, they're more really muscular. That's because most of their body is fast twitch muscle fibers. You look at a slow twitch, or a marathon runner, they're more of like the slow twitch. So they have the skinny, for the lack of a better word, frail looking muscles. So they have like that smaller look. And they're not obviously as strong because they train differently. So, like I said, hamstrings, abs, the abs are more slightly dominant in the fast twitch, but a lot of ab training, you'll see that it's more responsive to higher reps. Forearms, as you've heard before with forearms, 60% of forearms are slow twitch, calves 90%, a whopping 90%, traps 55%, and shoulders 60%. Now, both of them, what's really the muscle group that is a 50-50 split? Well, you have like your lats and your teres major and quads. Those are going to be a mixture of both fast twitch and slow twitch. But at the end of the day, what does all this mean? I know this is a lot of information, like how many reps should you train? Because I just said, this is how each muscle group is, or what each muscle group is composed of, but really you need to know the how, like how much should you train? Well, really this is it, is that with fast twitch, you want to train anywhere under about 8 reps. So with, your chest, your triceps, your biceps, hamstring, abs, most of those muscle groups are going to be responsive to under 8 reps, to higher weight, longer rest, and less than 8 reps, 8 or lower reps. Biceps can get away with a little bit higher reps. I'm just saying, generally, based off genetics, based off, these muscle groups, they're going to be most responsive to that rep range. However, it doesn't mean that you can go higher reps. I still think it's important to train high reps. Now with like slow twitch fibers, your forearms and calves, you've all seen before, forearms and calves are gonna respond best to high reps and very little rest. So like we're talking anywhere, obviously above 8 or greater, but I'm saying almost 15, 20 reps are gonna be imperative for forearms and calves growth right there. So traps, same thing applies. Shoulders, same thing applies. They need high reps, very little rest period in between. So lats, teres major, quads, about a 50-50. They're derived of both the fast twitch and slow twitch, even split. 8 to 12 reps is an ideal range. You can still go higher, still go lower. But at the end of the day, like I said, guys, it doesn't mean that you can't train in a higher rep range than 8 for power, and for fast twitch. And it doesn't mean that you can train, a little bit lower than 8 for slow twitch. It just means that based off those muscle groups, your body is going to respond best to that rep range because everyone is dominant in some area for a particular muscle group. So like I said in one of my past videos I posted, I said, if you want to figure out what your dominance is, if you're a fast twitch or if you're slow twitch in a particular muscle group, all you have to do is the 80% test. And I'll just put the link below. I'm not going to go through the 80% test in this video, but it's not a perfect test. It's just a basic test you can do to really determine, based off your 1 rep max, what is your dominant muscle fiber in that muscle group. So hope you guys found this video very informative, very helpful. I really don't break it down the science part of this, but I figured why not do that for you guys, because we talk a lot about nutrition and other things, fitness related, but we never really break down the science behind the muscle fiber. So I thought you guys would really enjoy this today. But if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and we will stay tuned for more because we're going to have a lot new videos like this in the near future. Take care.